Hey, what's up, everyone? Hey, my name is Professor Rick Epps, and I will be with you on this journey over the next 5 or 6 weeks in summer session here at IVC in this class, which is comparative politics. I'm excited about having you all in class. This is a rather large class for online, but I'm excited about it because there's so many different ideas I think that will come from this class, particularly during the discussions we're going to have. But yeah, I will be guiding you through this online class for the summer. And I'm the senior faculty in political science at IVC. I'm also the president of the academic senate, which means I also responsible for all the faculty on campus. And I also have statewide obligations as well. So I get to wear a lot of different hats, which is kind of fun sometimes. Sometimes it's a little bit of a headache, but uh, I love it. And I love that I get to work with such dynamic and interesting students as I have for many, many years. So this moment, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the class, and then after you get done with this video, then you'll jump into the orientation. And the orientation video and the orientation module is absolutely the first thing you want to start with. Do not bypass it. And everybody who tends to do that and tries to jump into the modules for the chapters and the work makes a huge mistake because all the dates that are required are in there. The syllabus is in there. It is the best resource that you will have. I will walk you through it. There will be another in that during the video you'll watch on it, and it's an important place to start. And in that first week, the first day or two, those are the things you want to look at right away. Is get familiar with the modules so you know where everything is. Get get familiar with your resources so you know where they are, and that's the most important thing you can do to start the class. Um, Comparative politics, this and IR are my two primary subfields from my doctoral work at UCLA, and I can tell you that comparative politics is really interesting because well, comparing anything is really interesting, but comparing politics is interesting because we look at so many different aspects for example, different types of democracies. And, why does democracy look like here versus what it looks like, say, in Japan, or what it looks like, let's say, in England. And, and you could even have democracies and say, well, gee, we're similar types of democracies, but why does it work better over there than over here, right? So when you compare, you have to look at all many different aspects of the systems of those countries to look at, to try to figure out why one may have success where the other one doesn't. It could be a lot of different reasons. For example, it could be economics. It could be natural resources. Who has more money? Who's got strong military presence? Who's got more stability? What about culture? What about religion? There's all kinds of things that play into why countries operate the way they do. And some of it's institutional and historical memory that can be good or bad. That's why when you have a constitution like ours, which allows us to make changes, it's a good thing because it allows for us to be more creative in terms of moving forward and how to change when the world changes. We live in a very different world today than in 1791 when the Constitution was finalized and ratified. So recognizing that there's these differences is really an essential part of change and making change and realizing that while it's important to have a foundation, if the world is moving forward in another way that we're never going to be like we were in 1791, then you have to be able to accommodate the changes of where we are in 2024. Um, so this is really the part I think is really interesting, particularly looking around the world and looking at it from a very global perspective, which is what I love about comparative politics, because it does allow us to do that. And like I said, the advantage of that is for us to reconsider even how we operate within our own system and decide whether there's things that happen in other political systems that we might decide to incorporate within our own. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about hopefully meeting some of you virtually. I'm a big supporter of communication. So, for example, if anything's going on with you or something that's causing you to not be able to get your work done or you're struggling with something, I care about my students a lot. So you need to communicate with me before the fact, not after the fact, if something's going on. Um, one of the things that drives me nuts sometimes is when students at the very end of the semester, when they haven't done well, then I get to hear what's going on. But by that time, sometimes the damage is done and it's too late, and I can't help, or I have to jump through a lot of hoops to help. So I'm really big about make sure that you, if you get, that you talk to me or get to know me. Don't be afraid to just if you want to hit up, I don't have formal office hours, but if you want to make an appointment for us to Zoom, hit me up and say, hey, Professor Epps, I want to just get a chance to say hi, and that's perfectly fine. We don't have to always just talk political shop. I know most of you aren't political science majors, so I'm happy to have you here and happy to give you a little bit of a taste of the experience of learning about comparative politics. I want to also let you know the book is free. It's a zero-cost textbook class. The book is in Canvas. You can download the PDF or you can read it online if you want. It's all up to you. So take advantage of it. And the thing I would tell you is don't get behind. It's 5 weeks goes really fast. 5, 6 weeks goes really, really fast. So um, I make the habit of in the summer session because it is so short. I basically leave all the assignments open from the beginning of the session to the end. So July 25th, everything stops. July 17th, everything is open. Do not try to jump ahead. Do not try to go ahead without reading what you're looking at. I don't want you to do poorly just because of those things. Uh, when you're responding in the discussions that you have that are part of your major part of your assignments, make sure that you respect the difference of opinion of your classmates. I don't want to see any cyberbullying, that kind of stuff. Uh, Make sure you review the syllabus so you know the due dates and also the stuff on the drop dates, which I'll be sharing with you in the orientation video. So with that, I just want to say, hey, enjoy the class, enjoy the summer. Hopefully you get a chance to have some fun with this too, not just look at college all day, go jump in the water or hang out at the beach or something. I live here in San Diego and I live in the Valley, so I go back and forth. So um, right now I'm in San Diego, so it's mild and not the 100+ degrees that I'm typically in. But I hope you guys have a great evening, and I will look forward to Monday. So have a great one.